Hey guys, welcome to Tiny House Customs. I'm Dan. In today's video, I'm going to show you how to wire up a light switch. Probably one of the easiest things ever. To make it a little bit more complex, I'm going to also wire in a outlet, a plug, an outlet, and a light switch. Let's not screw those up. I probably will at some point in this video. This is a light switch. These are outlets. Okay? The way I wired this up is this outlet is always live, and this controls the 6 fluorescent light tubers that I got up on the top on the ceiling. I could wire this up so that the light switch being on turns these outlets on, but the way I see it is sometimes my landlords have to plug trailers and stuff into it, so this would be a good spot for them just to plug an extension cord in right here and run it out to whatever's parked outside and give that electricity so pipes don't freeze and whatever they need to do. I don't know, refrigerators and stuff. So first, to start out, I'm just going to show you how to wire a light switch, and then I'll take it apart and we'll do it so that you wire it in a outlet. I mean, that's not too bad, is it? Peanut has been missing for 2 hours now. 2 hours she's been missing. Why wasn't she in the last video? Well, she was not here. She was not present and accounted for. Let's get a box so people's brains don't explode. So when you're doing a light switch, you need to know where your power source is coming from. So let's imagine that this is connected into the breaker box and it's coming in to my box. You know what? It's just going to make it easier. So the electricity is coming from the breaker box. It's coming up into my box. All right? Yeah, I bet you'll like it in your box. And then the other wire coming in is going to all the lights. Now my lights are running in series, so I only have one wire that's coming into the box. Doesn't matter where these wires come in. They can come in both at the same hole if they want to. It doesn't matter. So again, to strip the wire, just give myself a little nick on the end, right on the center where the copper wire is, so to not damage either the black or the white. Peel that back, peel the paper back, and gently, carefully cut that off. And then I'm just going to strip all these at a 1/2 inch. Standard, typical, just like an outlet box. 1/2 inch, 1/2 inch. I gave myself way too much here. 1/2 inch, 1/2 inch. Good. So if this was just powering a light switch, all I have in this one box, this is a single box, is I have a light switch, all right? I've got the word top, no word bottom, but also you have on and off. Off is always going to be like that. Off is down, on is up. So orientation, I'm not sure if it matters, but let's pretend like it does. Let's assume it does. So I got my electricity coming in. My black wire is going to go in to the bottom or to that side where it says off. Stay with me, folks. I'm going to tighten the black wire down, and then I've got the black wire that's going to the lights is going to go into the top. Tighten that down, and then obviously you want to ground this, so we're just going to hook on the grounds. What in the fuck? I've never seen any of this newfangled shit. So I'll hook the ground up to that, so the light switch is grounded, so it's safe. All right, easy to open my asshole. Daniel, I'm sure it is. All them men you're fucking. Mom, it's getting old. What? Daniel, I'm just saying. I'll accept you if you like it in the old tape hole. So that's the only wires you have to connect into the light switch is the 2 black wires and a ground. The ground, I'm going to use one of those quick wire connects, not the wire nuts. I'm going to connect the ground in, and I'm going to connect the other 2 grounds, so that is a continuous protection. And then these 2 white wires, they don't need to connect into anything. You just want to continue that wire on. So I'm just going to use a double wire connector, connect that in here, and connect that in here. Boom. So basically all this does is it breaks that black wire, the live wire, and it puts a light switch in the middle of it. It cuts the current in that section, okay? You don't need to worry about the white wires. The ground wires you're just connecting in to here to keep it safe. So if this was connected to electricity and to a light, that would turn the electricity on, and that would break the current and it would shut the lights off. So simple, simple, simple stuff. So again, I would just take electrical tape, wrap it around that so that nothing comes in contact with those wires causing issues. I'd cram everything down into the box and close it up with a cover plate. But we're doing more than that, aren't we? Now, like I showed you at the beginning, I've got that outlet. And I said that this outlet is always live. You can make it so that the light switch controls the outlet and it also controls the lights, or you can make it always live. The only difference of these two, this one method I'm going to show you, is where that black wire gets connected. Either it gets connected, the black wire gets connected back in to the light switch after the light switch or before the light switch. So the wire that's feeding the electricity is going to go to the box and to the light switch. That'll make it live all the time. Or the electricity feed is going to go to the light switch, and then when it comes out, it's going to tee off. And one's going to go over to the outlet, and one's going to go to the wire that goes to your lights. And that will make that control off of the light switch. I think just my explanation alone should be enough for you to figure this out, but I'm going to show you how I wired that one up. So I've got my outlet. I've got the wires already hooked up like I did in last video. I'm going to strip these back approximately a ½ inch. All right. All these are going to get stripped. So my electricity coming in, I've got the white wires, and I'm going to have a total of 3 of those. So I'm going to use my little orange connectors. I'm going to connect this white wire to this white wire. That'll continue that. But I'm going to add in this extra outlet. Boom. So the white is done. So for the ground, I'm going to need a four connectors, because I got the wire coming in has one, wire going out has one. I've got the outlet and I've got the light switch. So I've got a 4-packer. Connect ground into ground, ground into ground. So now visually make sure that all those have seated all the way in and are nice and secure. And now I just have the black wires. I want the outlet to be live always, and the light switch to only control the lights. So I'm going to connect the light switch wire, which is the top wire. I'm going to look for top. I'm going to connect that in to the box, or into the light switch. Then I just need a little bit of black wire. I need just a little 4-inch little piece. I'll strip both of those at a ½ inch. One of these is going to go into the light switch, or the bottom of the light switch, because that's going to be feeding it power. I'll tighten that down. So now I've got the wire that's bringing the electricity in. I'm going to connect a 3-packer into that. I'm going to connect the light switch, which will bring the electricity over to the light switch. That is going to go there. And then I want that outlet connected, so I'm going to plug that into there as well. Now, like I've said, this is now wired so that that outlet is always on and the light switch controls just the lights. If I wanted it the other way around, I would have done this black splice after, where it goes to the lights, I would have had that have the splice in it here. So instead of having it before the light switch, I'd have it after the light switch. That should make complete sense. I think it made so much sense to me. And then again, I just cram everything in there, make sure everything's taped up, nothing's coming in contact with something it shouldn't, especially in a movable structure. Definitely recommend using some type of electrical tape on all your receptacles, on everything, to make sure there's nothing exposed, especially with a movable structure, a tiny house, shipping container, whatever it's going to be. If it's moving, things are going to be shaking in there. On a house, typically things aren't moving around inside your walls, but it's always safe to throw a little electrical tape on it. It takes 2 seconds, and it could prevent problems later. So after that, you cram everything in there. There is codes and stuff about how many wires and connectors you can have inside of a box. I don't know any of those codes. I'm pretty sure I violated one of those codes on my tiny house because I had so many 3-way switches coming into one box, and it was just like, holy cow. I had to really cram stuff in, and I'm pretty sure you don't want to be cramming stuff into an electric box. Everything should be loose and well-fitting inside there. But overall, wiring up a light switch, just a one-way light switch like this, is simple. There is other switches, like a 3-way switch where you'd end up with a red wire. It's basically wired up the same, except for on this farther side, you're going to have another screw, and I believe it's called the common. And that's where the red wire would get connected. You put the red wire here, and then on your three-way, you put the red wire there as well. And that should do it. If it doesn't work, I found, one time I did it, it didn't work. I just changed the wires around a little bit on the back, and it worked. But it is very simple to do a light switch. The whites, pay no attention to the whites, ground it obviously, and you just need those two blacks to go through the light switch, and it's done. It's simple, cut and dry, copy and paste, Control C, Control V, Control Alt Delete. Don't restart your computer. But I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope it was helpful to some of you. If you're new to my channel, you like this kind of content, or you found this helpful, make sure you give it a little thumbs up. If you liked the content, you want to watch more of me, hit that subscribe button. You want to get notified of me posting stuff, hit that little bell thing. You're already getting notified. Don't hit it again, it'll disappear. As always, I want to see and hear what you guys have to say, and it's always great stuff down there in that comment section. It always drives me insane. I should stop reading them one day, but I never will. I hope you enjoyed the video, and I guess I'll see you on the next video where we're going to do the fluorescent lights, and then the video after that, we're going to connect all this into the breaker box. So it'll be fun. I will see you tomorrow. I hope you enjoyed the video. Thanks. Bye. Is he on crack or heroin or meth? I'm on one Red Bull and vodka.